Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, guys. We made it. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Shout out to MD. You finally got the 416. I know many was tired. And I know many still ain't satisfied because 416 is a six-way combination. So shout out to MD. Anyway, 416 just saw it today, guys, because if you look at the thumbnail, your boy hit the number yet again in West Virginia, man. Y'all better tap in West VA, man. Y'all better tap in. West VA is about the sweetest state that I ever have known. Man, I was running low on my bet any sports. I think I had maybe, I think, as a matter of fact, it was like probably 5:30. And I was like, oh man, I got so busy. I was like, man, West VA getting ready to come out. And 122 was overdue. Normally I'll play it every day, right? For 50 cents straight. It's a three-way combination, right? And I was like, well, it got to come because I'm seeing other states, it's coming out in other states. I guess traveling numbers don't travel. I think it traveled yesterday, but I was like, man, damn. I vowed to myself that I am not going to put another $50 on this app Thursday. I said, bro, you're not going to do it today. You ran your numbers already. You know the reason why you don't have too much money on your app because you were smart. You played all your numbers in DC for a whole week. You got that out the way, right? So it was maybe 5:30. I was just winding down, and I said, oh my God, West Virginia. I think West VA come out at 6:30, early drawing, man. I said, man, let me get the 122. I had $2.58 left on my app. Now, as you can see, if you plan this number right here, 122, 212, it's a three-way combination, right? But I was tired yesterday. I was like, bro, what you gonna do, bro? You already got 150. What you gonna do, right? You got 150 up in there. I think you still pretty much okay. That's 150. Another 50 cent was $2. Here's another one that's $2. So what I did was, I just said, let me get 212 because 212 is overdue in West VA. I say, let me get the 212 for 50 cents straight. And I said, with the rest of the money, I'm gonna just box it. So I wound up hitting the number four. You can see it on the thumbnail. Not going to just lead you right to the water. See, that's what I'd be doing. You make things too easy, bro. You make things too easy. You just like on Mr. Deeds, on the Gabrielle Union playing, I forget the sister name, telling Tyler Perry, you too predictable. You do the same thing. You get up here every day, you tell us what numbers to play. We don't hit. So do something a little different today. That's for anybody. Even if you driving to work, go a different direction, guys. You never know what the atmosphere might bring you. You on your way home, take another direction. Kind of like get out of this, stop getting used to doing the same old thing, guys. You never know, man. What direction you might run into. You never know. Some might just say take that direction. You might just run into somebody that you didn't see in a long time. You might just run into somebody who might need some help. But don't do it at night though, because people they'll flash the hazard lights and act like they're under the hood. And a guy like me, oh man, help you tonight? Yes, you can. Give me all your damn money, Negro. Don't fall for that trick, guys, because I think everybody should have full coverage insurance to where as though even if you call your insurance company, you should be in the car with your hazard lights on. Duh. If you have full coverage, why are you outside underneath your hood? If you have full coverage, shouldn't you just be waiting? But yeah, guys, do something new today. Shout out to you. Look, man, got the Cash App. Third Eye. What's next in VA? In West VA? Hit the Cash App. Fly me in about $25, man. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not the free person no more, man. I'm done with it. Like I said, guys, I done tapped into something different, man. And I'm feeling good in my own skin about this stuff, right? Feeling good. If you're doing lottery and you're dealing with people, beautiful souls, 45 years and older, you always have content. They want to play numbers until we close our eyes. So you don't have to jump on social media and see what this person is saying and say, oh, I got some content. You don't have to bring up old stories and I mean, it's 2026 now, right? The money is new out here. You know, you got to put the old stories to rest, especially if it's not no stories about somebody was making money, right? You got to put the old stories to rest, man. You know, people get tired of hearing the same rah rah old stories out here, man. You know, they good for those who are into it, but man, come on, it's 2026. People are in dire need, man, to try to figure out what they are going to do in life. People want to get rich quick scheme, you know. But with that being said, you know, again, you always gonna have content. If you're dealing with a crowd that's 45 and older, hey man, you gotta kind of like switch things up out here, man. You know, people want to hear about some money first thing in the morning. You know, people they got money on their mind. You know, they got money on their mind, and it's sad though. I seen a brother, I forget the comedian name. His name is Darren. He be on Facebook, and he posted a just a little thing. He had a young man in there. They was in a flood. He had his wife in there, and he had his mother. Then they had a bag for $90 million, and the brother said, who are you grabbing first between your mother and your wife? So what I said was, I went outside the box. I said, the moral of the story is that us color folks, we always in a situation, because I didn't see a white person trying to run for some money in a flood, and I guess people, maybe it went over people's head, but behind him, it was probably like a $50 bill or a $20 bill. So what I said was, I'll just grab the money that's behind me, and I'll grab both, right? But why is it always us? Why don't you put white folks in the water drowning? Why it always got to be us? We stereotypes our own self all the time. So with that being said, beautiful souls, everybody have a wonderful day. You want to know what the next number is in West VA? I know. But if you just want to wait for the other lottery gurus, wait on them. Maybe they know what's going on. I'd like to know, did any of them hit this morning? Or did any one of them know? Or will you be giving them assignment all this week? You can hear them now trying to break this down. Well, this should have had came, and you feel me? And no, that don't work like that, bro. No. What we're doing is we're hitting payouts. We hitting payouts this morning. We not going over what it should have been, how it should have been. Nah, we hitting payouts this morning. With that being said, gone.